Hello, my name is Chris Palmer, and in today's video, SEO content writing tips for higher Google ranking. So to achieve higher Google rankings, you need to properly optimize your SEO content. So this comes up very often. How do I properly optimize my content, and how much content do I need to write? So this video will walk you through this exact process step by step. But the very first thing that you must keep in mind is Google is an algorithm that is mathematically calculating content, images, every single optimization that you do. It's being crunched, it's being calculated. It is an algorithm. So this may get a little bit crazy, but stick with me. It will all make sense to you so you can perfect your SEO writing for higher Google rankings. So let's not waste any time. For this example, what we are going to do is a local search term. But do not mistake in this particular example for what this particular technique can be used for. And we're going to call this the superior SEO content writing technique. So this technique could be used for local. It could be used for niche sites. It could be used for affiliate, for e-commerce, for national, anything. It does not matter. So for this example, it will be a local search string, and that's going to be New York plumbing. Now, what you will need is some type of tool, or you can literally go in and count these things, but I like to use SEO Quake. I'm not saying it's the best tool, but for this example, that is what we are going to use. So, to establish how much content, and then we'll talk about density next, you need to determine how many words are on each page. So you need a seed set of sites. Now 10 is optimal, but because of time restraint for this video, we're only going to use 5. But please note, to achieve optimal results for the future, you should use 10 seed sites. So we're just going to do 5. So we've gathered up 5 of the sites. Now you want to skip over websites that are going to be nearly impossible to beat. Depending on your niche, this could be Walmart's and Best Buys. For this particular niche, it's going to be Yelp. It's going to be Angie's List. So we took the top 5 rankers. So that was this one. These are regular sites. This would be our competition if this was my keyword, okay? So this is a bit of competitive analysis, but for SEO writing, all right? So we've taken our 5 seed sets and we've brought them up in a tool. So we'll start with the first site. As you can see, that we have brought up the density for this particular site. So this is our very first seed site, which is right here, okay? So here is the density. It has broken down their content that is on the page that is ranking for the particular key term that we want to rank for. So we have to go to all 10 sites, but for this example, we're doing 5. So we're going to find out, okay, the total amount of words on this page is 766. Now note, do not switch around using tools. Use the same tool for all of your SEO writing content needs. With that out of the way, we have our word count. Now you could bring up an Excel file, but for sake of example, we're going to use this text document. Now, we went through this site. It's 766 words on page. As you can see here, total words, 766. Now we have literally brought over the result for this page. Then we will go over to the SERP, and we're going to get the next page, which would be this one right here. And then we have literally brought up this site. All right. Now we've brought up their word count, 1251. Now, as you can see, 1251. All right. Now you're going to go through all 5 sites to get your seed sample. Now, all of this site's content together is going to give you a total number. Now, the total number of all 5 sites after going through and getting their word counts is going to be 5,924. Now, you need to divide that number by the amount of seed sites that we're doing. So for this example, we have decided to use 5. So we've divided that by 5. When you divide that, the average word count would be 1,184.8 words. Now, generally, this would be a really good baseline to start for your SEO content, for your SEO writing. This would be excellent. This could be a tip in itself. But we want superior content. We want ranking content. We want to achieve #1 position on Google. So in order to do that, we have to go above and beyond. So to figure this out, we've taken our average number and we are then timesing it by 0.3. And then this is going to give us a number of 355.44. So to achieve superior content length, the perfect content length to rank for this key term, you're going to add the average number plus this number to come up with 1,539 words. So for this particular keyword, we have determined the optimal or superior content length is going to be 1,539 words. Now let's talk about density. In order to determine the proper density, we're going to do a lot of the same process. Now we're going to go to our #1 listing, and then we need to go to our analysis, and we need to find the headline term. Now the headline term, why we want to use that is because that could be our primary and our secondary and our partial. We want to know how many times is it repeated on the page, because that word is going to equate for partial and exact in all the other phrases. So we're going to take that one word and we need to grab the density for that word, which is 3.52%. If we go ahead and we scroll down, you will see 3.52%. Now we go to the second site. We found our second site, and you would do this all at once. But I did it. I broke it up into 2 sections to make it easier to understand. So I went to the second ranker and I got their keyword density, which was 2.64%. Now, this equation, let's bring it up here. So we have our second ranker here. So we've gotten all of our texts for that primary word, which is in the title, it's in the H1, it's in the body, it's used as secondary. We're getting the percentage for that main keyword, which is plumbing, okay? That's our #1. Now we need to determine a mathematical equation to figure out what is going to be the superior density. We know that our superior content length is 1,539. Now we know that all the top ranking sites are using 3.52 and so on and so forth. They're right here. Now we've actually added up all of that density to come up with a total, and then we divided that by 5. We have our average density, which would be 3.106. Then, in order to meet and have a great average page to meet what Google wants to see, we could stick with that 3.106 and write our content to this number here, along with this average density, but we don't want average, we want superior. So in order to achieve that, we're going to take our average density and we're going to add 0.3. Okay, so when we add 0.3, it's going to give us 0.3%, that is. Okay, that's going to give us 3.406. So if we write 1,539 words with a 3.4 density, this is the formula for your SEO content. This is going to wrap up my SEO content writing tips. My name is Chris Palmer. If you have any questions about ranking higher in Google, keyword research, keyword density, anything at all, please feel free to leave it in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next SEO content writing, how to get higher Google rankings video.